Today, we're going to revisit observational drawing because if you want to get better at art, observational drawing is key. Okay, so this is our second observational drawing. So you want to pick something different to draw this week than you did the last time we did our observational drawing because we're trying to grow our observation skills. So the first step of observational drawing is find something interesting to draw inside or outside. If you're going outside, make sure an adult knows where you're going or goes with you. These Canadian geese have really captivated me lately. They could be very interesting to draw. How about drawing a pet? That could be fun to draw. I love how the pine needles look silhouetted against the sky. If you were going to draw the bark of the tree, that might look kind of abstract and unusual. I love the rough and smooth textures represented here. That could be interesting to draw. This probably looks like an odd thing to draw, but I really like all the varieties of textures of the asphalt and the sand and the leaves and the grass. Do you notice how these leaves have a lot of zigzag lines that show up really well against the sky? How about a close-up of a flower? Lots of curved lines on this plant. Bicycles are filled with different kinds of lines and shapes and have a lot of visual interest. It could be challenging and very fun to draw a self-portrait. Consider looking at yourself in the mirror or getting out a family photo and attempting to draw it. Putting shoes together in a still life could be very interesting because shoes tell a story about the people that wear them. You could draw a side view of a shoe. I love how the laces here make a nice curved line. Drawing adult shoes and kid shoes together can be a lot of fun. I decided to put together a still life with my boots and my daughter's shoes, and just to add a little something extra, I put some flowers in as well. I was trying to come up with a bit of a visual story about me and my daughter. She loves flowers. Before I started drawing, I looked for lines and shapes that I recognized. I saw some rectangles, some trapezoid shapes. My daughter's shoes were kind of like ovals, and the flowers were circular. Our next rule of observational drawing is draw big, not small. I constantly have to tell my students to draw large because when you draw really small, you don't have anywhere to add your details. So please make your observational drawing large. It's super duper important to look and draw constantly, having your eyes go back from what you're drawing to the page. Here I am working on the contour or the outline of the different shapes I saw. Once you're done doing the outline of the shapes, go back in and add details, shading, color, texture, etc. You can add details with a pencil or with crayons or with colored pencils or paint, anything to add some details to your art. Here's some ways to add shading to your work. One thing that you can do is hatching. Hatching is just lines going in the same direction to create value. Cross-hatching is when you have one set of lines going over another set of lines. Stippling is when you use dots to create shading, either by putting them super close together to create a dark area or further apart to create a light area. So here's an up close of some cross hatching and hatching I was doing to create details on one of the boots. So here I am adding a lot more value to my drawing. I'm adding some dark, some middle, and some light values with some hatching and cross hatching. I cannot wait to see your second observational drawing. Remember when you're done to send me a photo of your art. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Happy creating.